here from Pop Turner. Speaking to Cullen Moss about season 4, part 1 of Outer Banks, which is streaming now worldwide on Netflix. Welcome back to the show, man. It's always good to see you.
Thanks, man. Likewise. Good to be back. Good to see you.
You know, I've lost track of how many times. I mean, you're a series regular on Pop Turner at this point, man. Honestly.
Thank you. Yeah, you're the only one that calls. So, you know.
Every time a new season of Outer Banks comes back, everyone's probably like, all right, they're going to up it, but how are they going to up it, right? What are the storylines going to be? What are the new things we're going to see? They upped it. It's incredible. What's that script to screen journey like for you for this season? Kind of reading what's going on and then seeing it come to life, so to speak.
You know, I guess I've gotten so comfortable with what and accustomed to just how adaptive and creative and dynamic our crew is. Mm-hmm. So I'm not like I guess I'm never taken by surprise at how well and easily they translate what on the page looks, undoable, kind of, and then to see them execute it, to see our badass crew execute this stuff. Now I'm just like, of course they're gonna pull it off, of course, and so they do, and with great aplomb. It's been cool, and of course, like, as you saw, I mean, some of the stuff as I read it, I was like, what? And that, like, how are you going to sell this? Like, how? And between really talented cast and really talented crew and great directors, they sell the hell out about all of it, and it's always fun to watch and fun to be a part of, like. Kind of a shedding light on new dynamics for different characters and stuff. Yeah. It's really cool.
Well, absolutely. We get, they're calling it Kiara. We get a full season of, Madison and JJ's character, of Rudy's character, JJ and Kiara. We get a full season of that, which I think is interesting, right? Because they always push certain kind of relationships and things, but we get a full season of that this season, which is really cool. I texted you. I remember after watching episode 1, I didn't even think about this. I'm like, how are they going to top things and everything? And it's like BMX racing right off the gate. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, man. Like, the first trailer that they dropped, my brother, is a funny guy. He's awesome. Not in the business, but some of my friends call him the Funny Moss brother, which hurts me in my heart. But he's brilliant, dude. Anyway, he texted or something after that first trailer dropped, and he was like, flying bikes? Yeah. So what is this, E.T.? And I was like, no, it's amazing. Like the action, how they can put so much production value into this show, and not for nothing. I mean, it's not, it's not out of thin air. It's not they managed to do it, and it doesn't feel gimmicky, and it doesn't feel like just,
and you know what, in terms of scenery and aesthetic, and like, you're going to say this, but you're biased. So I'm saying this, PD Beats is saying this. It's one of the most stunning, beautiful shows I've ever watched in my life. Like, in terms of the cinematography, it's like, it's incredible, man.
Well, look, we've got, again, I mean, one, it's like, we live in just this beautiful area. Yeah. Shooting in Charleston, they shot some of the bike stuff they shot in Wilmington, North Carolina. Wilmington was home to me for 21 years. I've been in Charleston now for 7, and just gorgeous places. Plus, we've got again, I'm gonna harp on how awesome our crew is. Like, in our DPs, we've got Itai and Bo Webb, and Gonzalo Amat, and then our camera operators to Derek Tyndall, and on and on and on, John Lehman, and we've had just our crew is phenomenal, and so they can do. There's nothing they can't do. And then
absolutely, every season since we've met Sheriff Shoupe. Well, first of all, it was originally Deputy Shoupe, right? I believe, yeah. Working your way up there, Cullen. I like it.
But it took one sheriff dying for it to happen. But I've maintained my seat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been reelected.
always in hot, like it's really cool because I feel like this is a character who like he cares about his job, he cares about like the Outer Banks and everything, but like he's always kind of thrown in hot water. This season, his limits are tested more than ever before. One can make an argument. Some great stuff for you this season. I'm really happy for you, Cullen, honestly.
Thanks, man.
What's that like, kind of actually going and filming all this stuff? Because it's like you can prepare as much as you want, but there's some crazy things without spoilers that happen with Shoupe this season.
Well, it's like about time. No, it's so fun. I love the kinds of challenges that came up this season, and I love our writers. You know, this season was a little different too, because I got to talk a lot with Shannon, one of our writers, between the seasons, and I talked with him. I talked with Jonas and Josh a little bit, and we spitballed some ideas back and forth about what could happen with Shoupe, and a lot of I had some outrageous ideas, and Shannon was like, yeah, that's neat. I'll keep that way back here. But some of it, just as far as adding some dimension to them, and they came through with, and they did that by, like you said, like creating some pretty crazy obstacles for Shoupe this season, and like some like he's got like a tug of war, like you said. He's devoted to his job. He is to and I think when we met him in the first season, it started with him maybe being a little dirty on the take, and then with the death of Peterkin, he kind of turned that around and was like, hey, no, I'm doing things by the book.
Yep.
He is by the book.
Or is he doing it by the book?
Or is he?
Yeah.
And yeah. What's how far can he be pushed and pulled? And while wanting to, what he does, there's something that I think a lot of fans, and this isn't giving anything away, and like online, I see this a lot on social media. People going, why are you always after the Pogues? And why don't you listen to them? And I'm like, and I have to objectively, being the old guy here, I'm like, well, if you really step back and look at it, I'm just doing my job. And I was like, and the Pogues don't make the best decisions all the time. And so I'm like,
especially JJ just drives me nuts. Like that first episode of season 4 with the house auction, like, don't even get me started. I'm like, what is going on right now?
There's some crazy, there's crazy stuff. And I think Shoupe he's got a place in his heart for the Pogues, for the kids. I mean, yep. I think there's an aspect of him here where he wants to look out for them and give them the benefit of the doubt, but like they're, when they're constantly making these decisions and he has to act on them, it's like, how much can he give, and how much it's wild, and they do, it's this case where they just always are wind up right where they shouldn't be, and it's never a good look. And so Shoupe has to go looking, and then it's just fun. It's the way they write so cleverly, because there's a way of writing where you can give the information to the audience before your protagonists get it, or you can let them discover things as the protagonists get it. Yep. Or you can have the protagonist be a step ahead of them, and I think our writers do such a good job of going back and forth with that. Like, the audience sometimes knows a little something before they do, but sometimes, they're right in step with the Pogues, or with the Pogues, and yep. and watching Shoupe kind of catch up to what's actually happening. And it's a ball. It's fun, and I got to have some fun scenes with all the Pogues this season, and I had some good friends come in and work this season. I think there's some, I don't know what I can say.
There's some cool people that pop in and out. We could just leave it at that. There's some cool people that pop in and out. They probably know who you're talking about too when they watch this. They're like, I know. and then we can like tag them once it's out. It could be a whole thing.
Well, one of my deputies this season is who came in and worked is my good friend Brandy, who I do improv with here in town, and Jonas and the cast have come and seen the improv shows, and they were like, we'd love to have, like, what if Brandy was one of your deputies? I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so they did it, and she's in there. Yeah, it's great.
That's so awesome. And then, last question. I'm really excited to ask you this because this is just me, maybe with my creative brain and mind thinking about it, because I always find it interesting, right? It's like when you introduce someone to Outer Banks, right? Mm-hmm. First thing people are going to ask you is like, what's it about? What's it like? What kind of show it is, right? That's like with every show, right? Yeah. Like, what's it about? Yeah. And it's got a lot, right? It's got, the YA coming of age. It's got the action, the drama, and the Outer Banks and everything. But I always saw it as a treasure hunting show. Even if there's moments or episodes where they're not actively seeking treasure, right? Mm-hmm. They're in hot water because of the treasure hunt and stuff that happens. So I'm curious about that for you, being on this show for 4 seasons. What do you think about that? Do you think about it as like a treasure hunting show? Do you think about it as a show that has treasure hunting? I'm really curious about that because I love that aspect of it. That's what I think about.
I do. I think it's such a fun aspect. Yeah, same. Like when people ask me, I'm like, well, it's coming of age, it's a romance, it's got the outsiders elements, the haves and the have-nots, and with the kooks and the pogues, and then you've got like this Goonies, Scooby-Doo quality, like treasure.
I didn't even think about that. The van too, Scooby-Doo. I didn't even
come on.
I didn't even think about that at all. Is that crazy?
And the Pogues don't shy away from smoking up a little, which was implied in Scooby-Doo.
Always, yeah. Always.
But
was.
It's so fun, and I think it's like they all go on it, but they all go for it. But it's like the seed was so cleverly planted in the first season with that it's in John B's blood.
For sure.
Yeah, he's got to pursue this stuff. And it's just, it's interesting, and he's always kind of forced, and his friends and who are so devoted, they're all devoted to one another so much. It's interesting to see them have to make these choices, like the treasure or or what, it's whatever that is. Do we pursue this in spite of the danger that we know lies ahead? And so it's so fun. And honestly, as Shoupe, I'm a little, I'm a little green-eyed about it. I wish, all that fun that goes on. I'm like, what if Shoupe wanted to help look for the thing? And what if I would love to find a way to get myself in there somehow, because they've gone to Barbados and other far off places, and I'm always stuck in my jurisdiction. So I was like,
absolutely, for sure.
Yeah. But it's so fun. It's a great aspect of the show, and it's absolutely a treasure hunting show.
Yeah, it's a treasure hunting show. It has a lot of elements, but it's a treasure hunting show. And again, too, because when I talked to Madison about it on the junket for season 4, she was saying it feels like a treasure hunting show when the treasure hunting goes on. But then we were talking about it a little bit more, and it's like everything that happens to the Pogues and the Kooks is because of what happened in that first season for the first kind of hunt of gold, if you think about it.
Yeah, for sure. And it is, and it's, I see what she's saying. It's not limited to.
No, it's not, because it's not like every episode. There's like a couple of episodes in season 5 that are not. It's setting up for other maybe situations, but it's not really a treasure hunt. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of they did that, and they're on to the next journey because of the treasure hunt. So no, that's just my creative mind going. I always think about things like that. I always analyze stuff like that. But first 5 episodes, part 1, season 4, are streaming now worldwide on Netflix of Outer Banks. They could check that out. You are back as Sheriff Shoupe. Cullen, always great chatting with you, man. Thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Likewise, brother. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a joy. So yeah, maybe we'll catch up again after the next 5 drop and see.
See what
I can't wait.
happens.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see what everybody thinks of this season.
Yeah.
It's so many exciting dynamics.
Yeah, 100%. Your Instagram is Cullen Moss. If people want to keep up to date with everything. And yeah, well, this has been Pop Turn. YouTube.com/Pop Turn for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Cullen Moss and Petey Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.